I was determined to build my own brand.
That blew me away.
So many people took it negatively, and you saw it as an opportunity.
It was an
for growth.
opportunity. We were stepping into the unknown.
Your formula works.
You never stop learning, that is my motto. I had to swim. I couldn't sink at that point. Go for it.
Hi and welcome to Empower Beauty. My name is Nicola.
And my name is Daria.
And today we have the pleasure to interview Davinia Dingli.
Hi.
She's the owner of Dee Spa Malta. So
Thank
today,
you for being with us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
you're very welcome, and we're really excited to just dissect all your knowledge.
Wow.
We know how busy you are, so we really appreciate you taking a bit of time out of
nice.
your
I
busy
wanted
schedule.
to meet up with you, so it's looking forward.
Good. So just to fill you in, you have around 6 spas currently. You're about to open your 7th one, you told us, in 4 weeks, which is amazing. And then you have an 8th one opening at the end of this year.
At the end of this year. Yes, so a lot happening.
Wow.
Yes.
That's impressive.
One after
Very,
the other,
very.
so.
And the most impressive part of all of this is that you've opened the first 6.
Yes, in 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. It was, wasn't planned, but we started off with our first one pre-COVID. So, a couple of during COVID, let's say. And then sort of, it started blooming slowly, and one came after the other, It was a challenge, but obviously it was a good challenge, It's finding the people, learning along the way as well. And we opened from one to the other, to the other, to the other. And so we're quite happy. We grew up a lot as a team. We now employ over 60 people, So there's a structure, but till you put everything in place, it takes a lot of, learning as well and stumbling blocks.
That's very impressive. But maybe we do a step back a little bit, and we would like to know what inspired you to become a spa owner.
Well, I've been in spas for 18 years. I started when I was about 18. By trade, I'm a beauty therapist. So obviously I started doing beauty treatments in a very prominent brand that started at that time. And then I went into management, kept opening spas after spas, but obviously being employed. And then life happened, I had kids along the way. So obviously you're restrained to certain hours, especially when they're young. And I went into consultancy. So when I diversed to consultancy and building other brands for other people, COVID hit. And it was the time I reflected and I said, listen, I've built brands for other people. It's time to make something for myself, So that was the inspiration behind it. I was determined to build my own brand, and so far we're still there.
It's funny how sometimes life puts you in a certain time and situation.
And COVID was one of it. I wouldn't have thought at that point that I would open a spa on my own. But COVID, changed my way of thinking. It gave me the courage to put myself out there.
It's amazing because so many people took it negatively, and you saw it as an opportunity.
It was
for
an
growth.
opportunity, yes, for growth.
Amazing.
So yes, we saw it in that way, with lots of risks and challenges. Because we were stepping into the unknown. Although I've been in the business of spas for 17 or more years, when it's your own thing and a pandemic, it was a challenge, but
courageous.
Yes, but
But I think you seemed very determined.
Yes, I was.
So I think that determination just helps you.
And obviously, before I opened the door, I felt very guilty because, the kids and changes a lot.
Yes,
but I said, now there's the commitment. I have to make it even for my family because we risked everything that we had to put everything in the business. So I had to make it right, So that was my plan, that I can't fail. So yes, the challenges, were there, but when you're in a position that you've risked everything, somehow
it's sink or swim, basically.
Exactly. So I had to swim. I couldn't sink at that point, because I would have dragged everybody down with me. So and always as well, when you start employing people, that lives are depending on you. Mm-hmm. So even the way you project your business, even the way you market, I had to make it successful because you had In the beginning, we had 11 employees, 11 wages, 11 families waiting for, So, yes, but it's rewarding, I would say.
You mentioned a very interesting point, because I'm doing research about gender difference between male and female leadership styles.
Okay.
And I found that women tend to focus more on building a relationship within a team, taking care of their employees.
Yes.
And on the other hand, men, they are very focused.
Exactly. In fact,
do you agree?
Yes, I do, because we are, obviously, my husband and I, it's our business. So we also split the roles, because obviously you can't have too many people hallowing in the same pot. But yes, we tend to go on a sense of a human element. Myself, my husband is more, orientated in having structure, and there's no room for emotion. When you're a woman, it's different.
Quite led by emotion.
You're led by emotion. You try to be as human as you can, especially in our industry. 80% are women that work with us. So with them comes lots of baggage. Children. Most of our staff are foreigners. They have children in other countries. So there's a lot, to put in picture when you're working. It's not just telling them what to do.
Would you say that balances you as
yes,
leaders?
It does.
Because you bring different elements you join together.
We do. So there's we balance out each other. So it's a good combination. But as you said, men work differently.
And also, I think it might be challenging that husband and wife working together.
It's a huge challenge.
You never stop working.
No, we never. In fact, it's a joke at home now. The minute we walk inside, we just say, "I don't even want to hear your voice now." Just you're because obviously we're together a lot. But when you have more than one outlet, we tend to split up to be a bit everywhere. So yes, it does come with challenges, but good, because at the end of the day, we're trying to build a foundation which is solid.
And you're on the same team. You work in the same direction.
Exactly. You don't obviously always agree, and we don't always agree on how to put, the way forward and things, but there's a balance. So lots of challenges there.
Yes, and what's the biggest challenge, maybe, current one?
The biggest challenge in terms of with the relationship,
relationship or business
with the relationship is when we started working together. We came from, he was working lots of hours, for 27 years in hotels. So, and all of a sudden we're constantly together, especially when my husband joined full time with us. We were opening 2 spas. So we were constantly together. So till you get used to, that now structure again, but it works out.
A lot of experience.
Yes.
Hotel industry, spa industry.
Yes. So
and they probably complement each other.
Yes, of course. Because obviously our spas are all in hotels, so the operation is very similar when you work in you understand it a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So they understand the areas, what's needed. So it does make a difference, yes, when you have that hospitality behind you, especially in the spa.
I think it sounds like a great dynamic.
It sounds like it works.
Yeah, that's probably why you've opened so many in such a short time, because your formula works.
Yes. But again, we didn't envision to open so quickly, and when you open a spa, it takes out a lot of you, because you need to, you have to be creative, you have to put things together, you have to design. So it's till you open, it's draining. Once you open, then you're fine. But then comes another one. So you need to think. So it's, and then there's the challenge of people. We struggle to find people, like everybody at the moment. But it's, it's our industry. It's not just buying a product. We need people. It's a people's industry where you need to find people to work.
Yeah, human element.
There's a human element.
Yeah, sure.
So it's our hugest time consuming. It's finding people or dealing with people's drama. When you have employees, there's always something happening. But yes.
In fact, I wanted to also tell you that I had the pleasure of experiencing the massage and the spa, and I can see how much fine detail you put into everything.
Yes.
I mean, that was a whole experience for me
Yeah.
in itself, besides the joy of having the treatment and the location.
That's what we work on a lot, because obviously a treatment, yes, we work a lot on the hands-on. We have trainers that do, but we work on the experience, because obviously anybody can do. When it's like being a doctor, anybody can see you. But what makes a difference is the person, and we work a lot on the senses, on the smell, on the touch,
yes, on
the ambience, so we don't just employ therapists. We go through an induction program. We visualize how they speak to the client, how they greet them, how to touch the client, what to give. So it's a story.
Totally, and that's what I felt. I felt like I was being taken on a journey.
Yes.
Of all my senses,
exactly.
And it was just a pleasure to be relaxed. And then from the moment you arrive with the strawberry tea,
and
just
the
cold
calming,
and
again we travel a lot to understand. Okay, because obviously you never stop learning. That is my motto. You learn every day, every single day. So to make everything, and when you have more than one spa, you have to be very creative in what you do. You have to make it, different, that people would want to come again and again and again. So we visit lots of different countries to see what's happening, the new trends, what happens in different spas, the detail they go into. So, you're always opening your ability in providing a better service.
In fact, on that note, I wanted to ask you, what would you say to our viewers that they should look for when they're going to a spa, or what could they make use of the most when they're visiting a spa?
When you're going to a spa, it's the thing I always tell friends of ours, clients of mine, is to choose the right spa, because obviously anybody today can open a shop and say it's a spa. But a spa is a whole different experience. There's the element of a nice facility where you can go and have a nice sauna. There's the steam room. There's the indoor pool, and you make a day out of it. And I always tell people that a massage, it is not something that it's a treat. It's something that you do on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, to recharge yourself. We all get tired. We all have stressful lives, working or not working. It's the challenge of every person, with children, without children, so it's very important that when you choose a spa, to choose a nice place, a calm place, where you just go. And I always tell them, it's all about you. When you go to the spa, you are important. For that 1 hour, you're important for somebody who's looking after you.
Very nice advice. I like it.
So
I think that's really important and interesting. It's true. I think sometimes you just think, oh, it's a luxury to have a massage.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be a luxury.
It's not a luxury.
It's a physical need.
To be fair, as when I started 20 years ago, spa was something like a really nice treat. Throughout the years, people are understanding the importance of looking after yourself, getting away, although it's nice to spend the day, even coming here for an hour, that you're going in quiet, there's no phones. We're trying to implement the idea of a free zone, no mobile area. Okay, we've seen it abroad, that you switch off, no mobiles around the area, so you can really switch off.
Yeah.
Because today with mobiles, even while I'm speaking to you, you're hearing the call, I'm urged to answer, so your mind doesn't switch off. And it happens to me even when I go to do a massage. And I stop halfway through because I want to answer. That I can't let my phone ring. It bothers me. So silent, keep it away, and just go in. And 1 hour it's okay.
Nothing. But it's true. If it's taken away from you, you have no choice.
Yeah.
And you can really just live in your
when
thoughts.
you're on a plane, you switch off. So if you go in just for 1 hour,
nothing is going to happen.
Exactly.
And
the world is not going to
that's
stop.
very similar to the idea of retreat, when people kind of have an escape from their daily
it's very
life.
important, and people are, and today everybody's on social media. Even if you're waiting in the waiting area, you're on Facebook checking what's happening. So we're trying to implement, switch off, leave it in your lockers, and just come and enjoy some time.
Sounds amazing.
Yes, we should try it. Because we're just as bad, It's your phone is your lifeline, it's work, it's everything. It's not just
communication with with everybody.
Exactly.
Not just, work. For me, it's I know that they can reach me.
Exactly. It's become like an extension to your laptop in a way.
Most of the time my battery is out by, I always tend now to keep, I've never kept them before, these battery chargers. So I'm always, because I can't be without a phone.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's switched off, and I start to say something happens, I won't be into, so it's funny how it took over our lives.
Totally.
And we were just curious, do you have chance and time to enjoy spa yourself?
Funnily enough, when you're in this industry, you will never enjoy a spa treatment, because obviously where I travel abroad, I go in for spa treatment. And I always find something to,
Improve?
to comment on within myself, and while she's doing the massage, I'm assessing in my head, what is she doing? No, this is not right. How is she? So it has to be a really, really good therapist to manage when you work in our industry to completely shut you off. But the rest of the time, I never enjoy them because I'm always assessing in my head, and I'm curious to see what's happening. I recently went up to a new hotel that opened in Rome, and I was on the bed and I said, but why can't I just be quiet and just enjoy it? I wanted to see what she's doing with the stones and how they place them, so I don't get, no.
I think it's a professional point.
Yes, it's like a makeup artist, if she's going to have her makeup done by someone else, kind of critiquing or taking knowledge.
Tips.
Exactly. And when it's your industry, it's difficult to just be present and not.
So it's something that a lot of people ask me. They always say me, oh, how lucky you've managed the treatment.
You have a massage every day.
I never get treatments. To do my nails, I have to go somewhere to actually sit down and be quiet, because if I'm doing a treatment, I want to see so no, it's on yourself you don't get, no.
It's a pity in a way though.
Yeah.
But also, what would you say are your top beauty insight tricks or knowledge, inside trader knowledge that you can sort of give advice to our viewers, what they could when they go to a spa, or what they should have?
I think it's the therapist plays a huge role in when you go to a spa. As much as we can, we filter everybody that we employ, because we want people with a human element, because we believe that when you come to get a treatment done, you just want to relax, want to unwind. So the therapist has to be clever enough to envision what is happening, not to know what's happening in your life, but to, from a little point, knows what you want, how you want to be touched, how your sleeping patterns are, to make the experience more good, so it's very important, a consultation, one, you're breaking the ice with a therapist. The most thing which is uncomfortable is having a therapist and just seeing you as another patient or a number. Mm-hmm. You want sometimes even the hand touch, or just a pat on the hand. It gives that reassurance. And don't forget, when you're on the couch, I say to you, you're at your most vulnerable. You're without clothes, you don't know the person who's with you. So we acknowledge that, and we train them to cover discreetly and to wait the turn, that you always feel secured, not exposed. So I think
these little attention to detail,
because it's I always tell them, imagine yourself being on the couch. Would you just want to be taken off the towel and they tell you, okay, now turn? Even the way we remove the towel, it has to be that you're always feeling comfortable. Mm-hmm. So those are the tricks that I would say. It's the therapist and how they go.
Person is being enjoying the experience.
Yes.
And would you recommend any treatments that are your number one?
Oh, my number one will always be a massage for me.
Yes. Any particular type of massage? Because now
I love the candle oil massage.
Yes,
reason being, it's lovely. It's done with a candle, and then there's the dripping of the hot oil. I love hot. I love the feeling of a hot oil. So, but the feeling of it is beautiful, because the dripping, while they're starting the massage, they're starting to drip the oil, and that on its own, it's a lovely feeling. So that is my top for me personally.
This is new. Have you ever had it?
I experienced, I don't know the name of the treatment, when there is dropping oil on your...
That's Shirodhara. That's an Ayurvedic treatment. That is, yes, we do treatments in Ayurveda. That is called Shirodhara. You can either choose oil or milk, and that is the dripping on the middle of the head. They use that a lot for headaches. Okay, but for me, the candle oil, it's a different level of relaxation.
I have to try it because normally I always go for either a hot stone massage or aromatherapy.
Okay,
but I'm very
this
intrigued.
Is nice.
Yes,
this is nice.
I think,
and there's a combination of having some deep tissue elements in it. So that's something that I like. It's one of my favorites.
Sounds amazing. I'm really excited to try it.
Nice.
And then beauty treatments.
Beauty treatments. We do a lot of facials. We have very good products as well. We try to be exclusive in what we do. We have brands that are exclusive just to us, like La Prairie, Dr. Barbara Strum, Shiseido. So we work with a lot of good brands.
Yes, very nice brands.
We don't, we offer a good facial. When you go to a spa, you don't want that facial that you can go to your next door salon where you get that deep cleansing. A spa for me is something that you go and it's total relaxation. I don't want to go and get my face and have that deep cleansing, the black. We offer it and we do it. But in rank, they always go for the relaxing facials, like an anti-aging facial, an aromatherapy facial, the brand facials. But deep cleansing facials, it's something not very spa-ish.
No,
you know
true.
what I mean?
And I think it's not something you can just walk out and carry on with your day.
Exactly. Your face is
need a few days to recover from it.
So even ourselves, even the way we package, we have always the massage element, feet included. So, but yes, we do. We're quite strong on face as well.
It sounds like I want to book.
And now there's also the medesthetic treatments are very strong, where we offer Botox and fillers.
Okay.
Today it's something that it's became another added part of your routine. Let's call it routine. Before it was something. This is amazing. This is something which amazes me, because most of the fillers, because obviously Botox, you cannot say who's having Botox. It's not visible, but fillers, they're starting at such a young age. It became another trend. Mm-hmm. First we started with the nails, then we started with the eyelashes. Now the fillers. It became a trend.
Yes,
and so in these elements, you need to go a bit with the current and offer such services.
In fact, I've never heard of spa offering.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. It's part of wellness.
Yes. Obviously, we work with very good doctors. We don't partner up with any normal doctor. We want surgeons that know exactly what's happening within the face. Renowned doctors, doctors that come from abroad. And people, it's a very popular treatment again.
And could you have a facial and then
No.
No, they'd have to be two separate occasions.
Separate things. In fact, when you get Botox, you need to leave a good 2 weeks, in my opinion. I mean, they tell you a week, but it's always safer to leave another week, because
that's good knowledge. Because I didn't know that, so it's good to know these things. Because sometimes you want to do everything all at once. Because
you can do a facial before and then do the Botox, but after Botox you cannot.
You should just let it rest.
You have to let it rest, because Botox takes 15 days to settle in. So to get the perfect result. After 15 days you can. But, whatever it is, it's still a foreign body, so you need to let it set in and then touch the face.
Very good. I learned something. I've learned a couple of things. That's fantastic. So did you want to touch on anything else?
To be honest, I'm impressed because I was looking at the spa as something where you can remove your stress, but now it's next level. It's like a me time.
Yes, it is.
Taking care of yourself.
We offer different. The spa offers like laser. It is not just the normal massage on the face. There are other elements of laser treatments, and as we were saying, the Botox and fillers. Teeth whitening is a popular treatment as well. So these are all trends, that work within our industry, and we give them prominence, and people relate a lot to them. But what we saw as well is that people relate, especially when it comes to Botox and fillers, the doctor.
Yes.
You know, the doctor plays a huge part. In fact, even how we brand it, how we market it, it's all about the doctor. They play a huge role in it.
I think it's very important as well.
Know, and to know who they are, what experience they have, because you're touching the face. You know, in fact, something which we don't offer is the tattooing, the semi-permanent tattooing. We're not into a lot in spa. You know, if it has to be in salons or express bars, yes. But like the eyelash extensions, nail extensions, we don't portray them in the spa, because that is something very quick, you know, very fast. We don't want people to come in rushed and ready to go out.
Yeah, it takes away from your whole
takes away, you know. And something which we've seen in spas abroad is you can't go into that environment where it's busy. Although our spas, thank God, are very busy, we try to create that you're still quiet and calm, because imagine going in and there's 20 people waiting before you. You're really nervous going in. So we try to, you know, space out, give enough time, give people enough time to come out of the treatment room and settle in.
So many details to think about.
And the more you grow, the more the detail grows, because obviously it's all boiling to that. And people nowadays, they hate waiting. So we have to be careful with the appointments. If you're booked in at 10 on the dot, you need to be in, you know. So, and people, when they're booking spas, that they don't accept, you know, that you wait half an hour for a treatment.
No, I think,
yeah.
It's unacceptable, because like you said, everyone's really busy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fine, 10 minutes, but half an hour would...
No. So,
it cuts into your day.
So even that, training the therapist to look at the watch, to be on time. We get into the detail as well, even the shoes that people wear in the spas, our therapists, because we don't want people making noise while they're walking.
Oh my God, it's all about releasing stress and removing
in a treatment room, most of the time they remove the shoes, because if you're circling around and doing the massage, you don't want to hear footsteps going on, you know. So it has to be absolute quiet. So much, and this is not they came in and you train. It's constant, ongoing. You know, we go in and you see we have trainers. We have a specific trainer and who's employed by us, who visits all the spas, and we try that everybody works in the same way. You know, if a massage starts always facing down, we have to ensure that everybody's doing, because when you have 70 plus of employees, and if you come here or you go to the other spa, we want them to be
uniformed.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
So, you know, the grooming, it's ongoing. But it's nice, you know.
Sounds always interesting, always evolving,
yes,
always challenging as
always
well.
And there's always a challenge going on. And you meet as well something which is, I've been also very, very grateful, is that you meet so many people along the way. Celebrities that come your way, you know, and you've worked on them and they've enjoyed the treatment. Something which you train as well is the privacy, okay, because obviously you're dealing with VIPs. You have people coming that don't want to be known that they're coming, or people that don't want to be seen, or sometimes you have clients that you've seen before and they come in again with. So the therapist, to that detail, you know, that it's very, very careful on how we also give them an agreement that they can't discuss the VIPs that they've had, because this is something very, very personal. So it's fun. We get to see lots of celebrities, which is fun, isn't it?
Of course, I can imagine.
But it's every day is different, as we say.
And besides meeting beautiful people and celebrities, for example, what's the other positive aspects of your work? What are you enjoying the most?
Look, my main at the moment is the marketing side and building the brand. And we're very proud that we've built our own brand as well. So we've launched our own products. We've launched our own oils, balms and body scrubs. We have an aromatherapist who's totally exclusive with us, who does organic products. obviously checked and seen, but it gives us a lot of pride that we've gone beyond the normal. When you come to the spa, you have your own oil and you smell it and you see if you like it. We give you a choice of oils, the packaging, so everything is different.
In fact, you had told me you had made your own signature scent.
Yes, we have a signature scent.
Amazing. So it's all in all
the
these
spas. You will always smell the same scent. This was made for us. You won't find
that blew
else.
me away when you told me that, because I've never heard of that.
Yes,
I was just
we had it made specifically for us. It's a Dee Spa scent. So all our spas are uniform in smell. There are no candles or incense sticks anywhere. It's the same smell, and it's a beautiful smell. We chose it and we combined it. It's nice, No,
I think that's such a nice detail.
Yes.
I think we were talking before in previous episodes about how the scent of a smell can have such an impression.
That is a weak point of mine, because I'm blown away always by smell. So smell to me is the most important thing, because I want to always smell a nice smell, and the smell can take me years on a memory, on a good and the bad. So for me, the smell, in fact, when I had gotten COVID way back, my sense of smell left. And I panicked because it took me, and my mum who had COVID on the same time, and she lost her sense of smell. But my mum took maybe 3 days, and mine took nearly 4 weeks. And I thought I was never going to have my smell back, which panicked me a lot, because
4 weeks is
for
a long
me,
time.
smell, it's very important, especially again in our line of work. You have to go and see. So then I got it back.
Thank God.
Thank God. So yes, smell is a very important sense for me.
It gives memories, infused memories.
The good, the bad, it can take you. I have particular perfumes. They can just take me to 20 years back. And I remember, an experience in my life with the smell.
Amazing.
So,
in fact, I wanted to ask a bit of more personal question.
Yeah.
So now you're a founder of Dee Spa. You have potentially 7 about to be opened, 8 by the end of the year. How do you juggle motherhood? I know you have 2 beautiful girls.
Yes, it's a huge challenge.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I breathed for you.
It's very difficult, and especially the ages that they're in. I have a 15-year-old nearly and a 9-year-old. So each are with their own struggles. You have a teenager who wants to go out, and at the same time, it's we're working. So I juggle, and I make sure they don't miss out on anything, on any activity, on any party, especially the young one. My eldest, driving her around. So I make time and I juggle it, and they're always a priority, my number one priority. The rest I juggle in between, but it's a huge challenge.
Yes.
It's something which, again, women more than men, because at the end of the day, any problem, it's I need to deal with it. It's me, and that's every woman.
You are the anchor of the ship.
And then you have to the house, the cooking. Nobody is the same at home. So another struggle a big challenge on the food.
Yes.
So yes, the challenges are there. It's not plain sailing, It's very hard, in fact, most of the time.
But I can understand you as a mother of 2 as well.
We try to engage them a lot in work. They come to the spas to start for them as well, to start liking it and know.
It shows that you're not just somewhere. It's that
to appreciate what we do as well, because at the end of the day, you know how it is. They want this and you get it, but they have to know the struggles it takes to get it.
I agree. Being a mother, that it's very hard to balance work life and motherhood.
A lot. And then the challenges, when they get sick, and then there's the dentist, and there's this and there's that, and something always happening, activities of school, and
it could be
making sure that you're in time to put everything and send all the documents, which I'm always, checking that I'm not missing out on sending something late for them. So yes, I think it's homework. It is a challenge. When you're a mother and you work or you own a business, every step has its own challenges. Whether you're an employee, whether you're an employer, they both have their own challenges in their own way.
And I think being a mum myself, it's trying to be present for them, because it's
Yes.
one thing trying to be there physically to show them I'm here.
Yes,
But
yeah.
in your mind you have other work commitments and
Exactly.
things pending,
Exactly.
and you know that you have so much to do before the
Yeah.
end of the day, and still trying to listen to what story they want to tell
Yeah.
you, what they want to show you,
You know,
and
so
sort of
it's
still,
a challenge.
it's
you
a
know?
challenge, a big challenge.
Sometimes I go home and they just want to talk, and you've come. But
It sounds like there is no space for yourself.
No.
sometimes you lose yourself. You know, it's and it happens. It happens when you are going through so much, but along the way you do lose yourself, and then you have to regain yourself, and that's why going to a spa is important, because everybody at some point loses themselves in today's life.
Or even just feeling like you're a boiling pot about to blow the lid off. You know,
Yes.
sometimes you need to just say,
yes, and there's a
Okay.
burnout. You know, there's so much you can accumulate and take the brain, and then there's a stop. You know, so you have to find time. You know, and everybody has his own way. Either for a walk, either you know, I love my own company, so maybe because I'm with so many people, I don't mind my own company. So it's nice to even watch an episode, just to let off
de-stress.
all the challenges of kids and work.
Such amazing insight. I mean, you're a power woman.
Yeah, well, there's a team behind everything. You know, it's not on my own. It's a support. There's a support system. Alone, I don't believe anybody can do anything alone. So there's always the backing of family, of good friends, close friends, and the people you work with. It's a chain, you know. So every now and again the chain breaks, and then you fix it again. But there's a support system. Without it, when you are trying to grow something, unless you have that, it holds you back.
I think that probably what makes you such a good leader, because you know that each person counts.
Yes, but as well, Nick, it's by experience as well, huh? You know, when you've been so many experiences and met so many people, different characters, good and bad, you know, you learn. I always tell them, you never stop learning. You know, even going into a meeting, you learn something. You know, a person teaches you. You know, when we employ somebody, and either they finish good or bad, you learn something. You learn, you know, and you try to avoid mistakes you've made, and just learn from them. So I think that's the best advice I can suggest.
Yes, life
To never stop learning.
It's true. I don't think we ever stop learning.
No,
In life and in business.
in everything, you know, and this is what I tell my kids as well. You know, you don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. You know, even if it's a subject that you know, if you read it 3 times, you learn something again on the 3rd time.
Very true.
You know, so that's life.
What kind of advice you would give to a woman who is thinking about opening her own business?
To go for it. To really do, because the satisfaction it gives you, you know, when you are employed, and I loved what I was doing in the past, but when it's your own, the satisfaction it gives you, it's, you know that it's something that you've done, you know, with nobody else's merit except your own. It's very rewarding.
I can imagine the feeling.
Yes, you know, it gives you a lot of pride.
Yeah.
A lot of, you know, downhills and stress and, you know, worry, because there's a lot of worry behind it. But then when it succeeds, it's, you know, you forget everything else.
It's very encouraging. Just go for it.
Yeah. I love that. And I think on that note, I have to say thank you for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
It was
fun.
delightful.
I loved it. Thank you so much for having me.
I really, really learned quite a few things. I'm going to book the hot oil massage.
Yeah, that's nice. You'd love it,
sounds
Nick.
really amazing.
I looked at the idea of spa and wellness completely different. Like for me, it's
I never realized it was so diverse as
Yes.
well.
So many. We have over 80 treatments on the booklet.
Amazing. Amazing.
Nice.
So
nice
thank you
having
for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Really enjoyed
Thank
it.
you very much.
And on that note, I hope you enjoyed the interview and learned a few knowledge about spas ins and out, and becoming a spa owner, how much it takes.
how much it gives as well.
And exactly.
Although we didn't talk about it a lot, but
But it was a really interesting conversation, and we hope that you liked it. Leave some comments below about your spa experiences. We'll be interested to hear about them. And hit the notification, the like button, and please subscribe. Hope to catch you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.